Hi everyone, today's video is about the Sologenic Decentralized Exchange and Wallet, and our main point of discussion for today is about the edit limit option on our Sologenic Dex and Wallet, okay? Now, normally guys, when we navigate through the IDO Launchpad or the initial DEX offering of our Sologenic Dex and Wallet, and we have here a new set of tokens. For example, we'll click on the latest one, EPQ creations, surf and skate, phygital assets. Okay, so if we're wanting to add a specific token to the trust line, it normally gives us a default numerical value of 100 million. Okay, so let's try to check on this one. For example, we're going to view the token. Okay, what we have here is an option to set up the trust line. Okay, so if we're going to set up the trust line, normally by default, as you can see here, the limit amount or the edit limit amount is only set to 100 million per token. Okay, that's by default. Okay, when we set up the trust line. Now, please remember that on the latest update of our Sologenic Dex and Wallet, version 3.0.2, taking screenshots and screen recording is no longer allowed for security reasons. Okay, now alternatively, I took photos of my Sologenic Dex and wallets so that I can share a visibility of how the edit limit looks like for these existing assets, wherein I have already set up a trust line and I have already added on my Solo Dex and wallet. Okay, I have the following assets on my Solo Dex and wallet. Okay, we have the mother coins, XRP, and Sologenic token or Solo. We have two stable coins, EUR, GitHub issuer, and USD, also GitHub issuer. Okay, and then we have here additional tokens, namely Ganja or Ganja Laboratory token, the XNet token, and then the FRL token or the Farming Labs cryptocurrency token. Okay, so we have here a sample screenshot of the XNet token when I added the trust line. Okay, the edit limit is only 100 million. We also have here the Ganja Laboratory token. The edit limit numerical value is also set up to 100 million. Okay, and then for the FRL token or the Farming Labs cryptocurrency token, the edit limit numerical value or amount is only equal to 100 million. Okay, now what I did here to ensure that I have the proper understanding about the edit limit numerical value whenever we set up trust line and add an asset to our Sologenic Dex and wallet, I reached out to the Sologenic help and support because I want to make sure that is the edit limit amount I'm seeing whenever I'm setting up the trust line on my Solo Dex and wallet means that I can only hold a maximum amount of 100 million tokens. Okay, so for example, FRL, Ganja Laboratory, XNet token, and the EPQ token we checked earlier. Does that mean I can only hold a maximum amount of 100 million tokens each? Okay, when I see that the edit limit amount is only set by default to 100 million. Okay, so before we move on to the response of the Sologenic help and support, I want to reiterate that if you're going to follow the Sologenic team and support on their Twitter account or x.com account, make sure that you're following their legitimate Twitter or x.com account, okay? This is the legitimate Twitter x.com account of Sologenic, okay? That's at real Sologenic. As of the recording of our video today, it currently has 165k followers, okay? And it's also followed by the projects that are also built on the Sologenic ecosystem and the XRP ledger, okay, or XRPL, okay. And we would also like to give a shout out to Coinholder X, okay. He recently participated in the Twitter space for Sologenic cryptocurrency when it was listed to our e-wallet here in the Philippines, coins.ph, okay. So thank you very much. So I showed you those information to give reassurance that this is the real or the legitimate Twitter account of Sologenic, okay? So if you're going to click on at Sologenic Help, okay, it will redirect you to the official support team of the Sologenic ecosystem, okay? So what you have here is the Sologenic support at Sologenic Help, official support for Sologenic Dex and NFT marketplace, okay? To get help, simply direct message at Sologenic Help or email support at sologenic.org, okay? And please note that they don't reply to tweets. All right. Now, what I did here is to message them directly on Twitter. And here's the message I sent them. I also sent them a screenshot of my edit limit option for XNet token. So I wrote to them that based on my understanding and experience using the Sologenic wallet, whenever I add a token from the IDO Launchpad, by adding it through the trust line, the default edit limit is always set to 100 million. Does that mean that, for example, the XNet token, I can only hold a maximum amount of 100 million XNet token? Okay, so here's the reply of the Sologenic help and support team. Okay, so I simply wrote the same message when I sent them the email. I didn't receive a response from my direct message from Twitter. Now, the good thing is that they really replied in about 24 hours only when I sent them my email, okay? So, based on the information you can see here, their answer, yes, you understand it correctly. Whatever the limit is set to, it's the maximum amount of that token you can hold, okay? So, for example, XNet, the edit limit is only 100 million. Therefore, I can only hold a maximum amount of 100 million XNet token on my Sologenic Dex and wallet, okay? Same rule will apply with the other cryptocurrencies I added, like Ganja Laboratory token and the FRL or Farming Labs cryptocurrency token, okay? So for additional information, typically, I set the limit on a token to be its max supply, but in reality, it just needs to be set to a higher amount that I would ever have. So always make sure that if you're going to buy certain tokens on our Sologenic Dex and wallet, always remember to consider the edit limit because otherwise, if we're gonna exceed the edit limit, it may cause some system error or prompts when we're using our Solo Dex and wallet, okay? So this is a basic information yet very important to know, especially if we're buying or purchasing a number of tokens on our Solo Dex and wallet, okay? Now, disclaimer statement for our Involve Asia and Cryptocurrency YouTube channel. All the information on our website is published in good faith and for general information purpose only. Any action that you take upon the information you find on our website, Involve Asia and Cryptocurrency YouTube channel, is strictly at your own risk. More fruitful gains, everyone. I'll see you again on our next vlog.